Because he put it in the signal group, so I'm going to read it. And he basically said, what do you guys think about talking about using Bitcoin for money? Not just saving and accumulating. I think most of us are good at accumulating, but have not taken the next step to using what we have in our community or how to start. Bitcoin's next big step is being used as currency, not just savings. Maybe our family starts with each other, like Kevin's Coffee. Who else can we support? Though Bitcoin, through Bitcoin, this way. Let's put out some ideas here, or maybe you guys can do a video on it. So, basically, in a nutshell, what he's basically saying is, because everything's about adoption. That's the base layer of what we want Bitcoin to be, not just a. Because I always say there's 5 steps to money, right? It starts with a collectible store of value. That's where we're at right now, whether you guys want to admit that or not. I think 99.9% of Bitcoin is store of value. Then there's a small percentage of the third step, and that's what he's talking about, and that's medium of exchange. Then the next one, I feel like it's a unit of account, whether it's in a region, in a country. It could be just like, I'm talking about small regions, like our Bitcoiners for Freedom group or somebody's neighborhood or somebody in a city or state or whatever. But then after the unit of account, then it becomes the global reserve currency. So in order to be those 5 steps, we have to get to that next step. We got another block come out, and we have to use it as a not just a store of value, but a medium of exchange. What are you guys' thoughts on that? How can we get it done? And do we need Bitcoin to be a medium of exchange? And do we have to use non KYC, KYC? What are you guys' thoughts on
that? So it depending on your region, country, wherever you're at, it is being used heavily within communities, respectfully. So I think it's important to use Bitcoin. However, I also think that it's very it depends on the individual, right? I mean, some people are going to hold, and that's just what they want to do, and they don't want to treat it as a currency now because of the value of what you're getting, right? Because you can just sell fiat and use that. I don't like to spend my Bitcoin. I like to hold it. And another reason for that, a big reason, is because I have a generation. I got my kids, right? So I need to think not only long term, but really, really long term. So I do like the theory of community in regards to giving like with Kevin with his coffee, right? Shooting him sats, keeping it within the community stuff. I think that's fantastic. Maybe not so much to your Walmarts, not so much to your Targets, all these big corporations. If they start doing this, I definitely know on that. But I think another thing too is like, it's an incentive to build and to kind of have other individuals wanting to build a product, a platform, or something of that nature on their side, so they can, pursue their own endeavors, entrepreneurship, and then keep the Bitcoin within a communal setting. I'm more along that, if you do spend, than spending it at these big, these big corporations and these big companies. Definitely know on that.
Trent?
I gotta stop. Let Anthony go first. He takes all my damn points. So basically, I'm on his.
How do you think I feel? I got to go follow up YouTube. I got
true.
nothing to say after you guys.
At least you're funny, right? Okay, so basically, I'm kind of on that same mind frame. If it's a corporation, they're not getting my Bitcoin. If it's McDonald's or Walmart, not a chance. But I kind of use it like the store of value. I use it for my savings account. You guys all know my stuff. It's all public. But I do, obviously, I donate to people that appreciate it. If they don't appreciate Bitcoin, why would I give you my currency that I trust in for you to just go spend or sell it for USD? I don't do that. So And then I also like to do like in the Nostr community sometimes like that guy, you know the guy that sells soap on Nostr? You guys ever buy his soap? I bought his soap too. Send him some Bitcoin. I feel like that's a good use of it. Um, with Strike adopting Bitcoin, it's a good thing as a whole. But I don't need to participate for it to bring it up. People will. I don't have to.
Yes, all good points.
And just real quick on that one too, just to kind of piggyback on that is because we've brought it up, the Nostr community and what it's doing is exactly what we're talking about. It's individuals creating value, creating content, and allowing a circular economy to transpire, along with people doing like the soap mining. People are doing honey. People are doing tallow. People are doing all these different things. People are selling dog leashes. I mean, you name it. And so, I agree. There's a thin line between keeping that going. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, I am all for spending Bitcoin. I wasn't at first. It took me a long time to get there, but I'm with you guys on all your points. But when I'm looking at a company, and again, I'm looking at a Steak and Shake, I want to support them because they're innovator, right? They came out and said, "Hey, we're going to do this." Even before they said we're going to pay and give, what was it? They give like 200, was it 21 sats per hour or something they were given? Did you guys hear about that
I don't
backpacker?
have it here.
I don't know. I don't know about. Oh, is
Yeah,
that for the?
can you look that up real quick, one of you guys, to
Sure.
see something about they were paying 21 something sats, and even before they started paying quote unquote dividends or hourly or whatever. But I think it's going to get to the point, Trent, that when you were saying you don't want to give it to any greedy companies that don't appreciate it, I think the more and more the demand goes up and the more circular it gets and how many it's coming out, I believe companies are going to start paying in Bitcoin and starting a reserve and everything else. And if we find out they're doing that, I have no problem giving it to them because I'm all about spending and replacing, right? I have, you know, 3 stacks. I have one for something, and then the things that I have on my Lightning wallet, I'll zap you, I'll zap, people on Nostr, I'll zap somebody's, drawer on a video or something or whatever. And if it's a major amount, of course I'm gonna buy it and replace it. But I think in order for Bitcoin to do its original thing, and that's a money for the internet and a peer-to-peer cash system, then we need to spend it. We don't want to spend it because it's our generational wealth, and again, it's our store of value, but we need to.
So
And
I got that update.
what's it say?
It's 21 cents an hour to their employees. It's an employee benefit. So they pay, whatever that employee would make per hour, they put 21 cents per hour in sats. So it's not even like they just give it in dollars. They put it in I don't know how they do it, but that's what it's saying on the online here.
That's dope. Yeah, that's exactly. And again, I support that. Like if I'm out and about and I'm in a pinch and I don't have cash or whatever, I don't want to spend. And again, I've done this. You know, I'm going to Steak and Shake. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to send them some sats, and not only do I know I'm supporting that company that not only took a huge leap of faith, man. It's not going to look like that 20 years from now. Like, oh, but everybody's using Bitcoin. But when they started, nobody was using Bitcoin. I'm talking about a major company in the United States of America. So I love that. I don't. It's just a win-win for these companies. Like, why would you not do that? You know what I mean? So I'm all for it. I think we need adoption. What's up, Trey Day? The more adoption, the better. Yes, absolutely.
And I think
I
you'll get more adoption the more people actually start paying employees in Bitcoin because that's pretty common in the YouTube's field because like you pay your editor in Bitcoin, you pay your that kind of thing. But once more normies start paying it their employees then you have the incentive to spend it without turning it into USD. But the problem now is then you're running into tax issues.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was about to say. You took the words right out of my mouth. And that's why I say it's important for us to make sure, and I'm not going to get on my soapbox here, but it's important to vote for the right for the right side, pun intended, so that we can make sure we're not paying taxes. This is why I asked the question, KYC versus non KYC, because if you got KYC Bitcoin and you're trying to spend a certain amount, whatever that is, you're going to get taxed on it, right? And if a certain party wins and we lose the House, then guess what? It's not going to go through, right? So a message to you guys: make sure you vote for the right person, so we get quote unquote Bitcoin or crypto friendly politicians in there. Sharon said something interesting here. She said, in 2 weeks, I'm putting my whole check into Bitcoin. And if I need something or pay bills, I'll use Bitfill to get a gift card. Damn, Sharon.
I love that.
Love it.
I like
Absolutely
it too.
love it.
Still a taxable event.
That's what I'm saying. So we got to make sure there's a certain demon.
Yeah.
I want to use Bitcoin for immediate exchange for my freedom. I'm with you, Sharon. I'm with you. How you doing, Trey Day? Good to see you, brother. Agent 99. Hello, is this the right place for spitting facts? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Speaking of spitting facts, we're just talking about zaps and stats and stuff. This is not my show. This is our show. This is the Truth or Work podcast, guys. I know it's on my channel. We're working on putting a live on the Truth or Work. I guarantee it's my fault. When we find out what happened, it was something I did wrong. It's always like that. So we're okay with that. But again, we don't have any sponsorships here and everything else. We're talking about spinning sats. If you guys want to send some value here on this Sunday evening / afternoon, early evening, there's a QR code right on the side of my head. And also, if you can't use that, go ahead and you can type it in right there. And that will be going into the Truth of Work podcast strategic Bitcoin reserve. So we appreciate you guys, man. We really do. We love you guys, man. We really do. Mega, what's up, brother? Chica, yeah. Well, Mega, you came right on time. I just said don't vote for the wrong side, sir. Hello, Sharon. What facts are we spitting today? Well,